Okay, yeah, so let's continue now. Let's move on to John the Fourth parts. I may discuss the others, but yeah. Oh, why does this ad pops up? Okay. So yeah, John Fourth Potts. The Fourth Potts, born on November 3rd, 700 till 785, was a hiker, horse wagon driver. Horse wagon, I guess they drive horses, but yeah. And a merchant in Roblox, yeah. He was born in the Potts family. His father, John the First, was the king of Red Cliffs. His father died in 1718 when John fourth was only 17, and Edward the Third and Henry Potts, his brothers, were only 16. And this is also the reason why none of these kids got the throne. Makes sense. They're underaged. But yeah, continuing, he worked in three different jobs. His last job was a hiker, which he took place in 1757. Surprisingly, he still hiked at the age of 85. Wow. That is when he fell after trying to run down. A spike hit his head and got extremely damaged. Due to the falling in a very old age, he immediately died. What the hell? This is how he looks like. I don't know. He looks teenagerish, but yeah. Oh my god, full name. Jean Levi Washoe Henry of Geek Schief. Name John the Fourth, born on November 3rd, 17th century. Place of birth Redcliffe City. Father John First, brothers Edward the Fourth, Henry Potts. Kids is Thomas Brookhaven Potts, Isaac Brookhaven Potts, William Green Potts, Annie Brookhaven Potts. Occupation was a merchant from 1712 till 1738. Horse wagon driver. Died in 1785. Cause of that, ran down a hill and fell on a rock. Wow, that's just crazy. Family. John Forte Potts is the father of Thomas Brookhaven Potts, William Green Potts, Isaac Brookhaven Potts, Annie Brookhaven Potts. His father was John of the First. He had a brother, Edward the Third. Okay, I am repeating again, but this may be important. So, in but yeah, I just repeating because I just don't want to miss out on any information though. So that's in 1785. He is hiking on the Redcliffe Mountain of. The Redcliffe Mountain was known as Fear. Redcliffe Mountain on Fear, and decided to run down. Bruh. He ran for 30 seconds, then tripped on a rock, and a spike hit his head. And due to his old age, he died. So sad. But yeah, Thomas Brookhaven Potts. Oh my god, what the hell? Bruh. Thomas Brookhaven Potts. On January 16th, 1738, Thomas Brookhaven Potts was born. He was a raw British politician who sat in the House of the Commons from 1774 till 1790. His brother was Isaac Brookhaven Potts. Excuse me. Brookhaven was the son of John Brookhaven. एक minute, this. What? Okay. There it was. You can forward the video or something, but yeah. Brookhaven was the son of John Brookhaven, a merchant of Row, London, and his wife Elizabeth, daughter of Sir Thomas Paine and granddaughter of Thomas Pelham. Wow. Brookhaven, first Duke of Lubin, Lublin. I guess this is present day Berlin in real life, but who knows? He's educated at Brookhaven National College, where he became the school's first master. In 1754, he went to the Middle Temple, and then entered the army in 1756 after serving in North Blocks America. He is promoted to captain in January in 1759 and to major in June 1762. From 1764 to 16th of December in 1766, he served in Bloxy Island, in which he gained promotion to colonel in May 1767. At the start of Robloxian War of Independence, he commanded the 3rd Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. On his return, he married Anne, the daughter of and heiress of Robert Brookhaven, who had created a baronet in March 1763. In 1769, they had first child Leo. His wife predeceased him. I guess his wife died. I guess his wife died, then gave a birth to him. I guess, yeah. The couple had long and successful political career, serving as a member of the parliament and for borough of Barnstaple and the constituency of Stapleford, as well as the Chanel Sela of Blocks Zealand, and a member of various committees and councils. He is also active in charitable work. His grandson Leo was at the top. Leo was born in Brookhaven, Robloxia in 1794, and Thomas died in 1812. Oh my god. Okay, there's nothing. So let's look at his profile. So this is what he looked. Thomas Brookhaven, lads. Born in 1738. Place of birth is Brookhaven. Family, father John Potts. Grandfather was John. Mother Mary Brookhaven. Siblings Isaac Brookhaven Potts, William Green Potts, Annie Brookhaven Potts. 5 Annie 1 Potts Brookhaven sons. H. Brookhaven Senior. This is, I guess, the grandfather of Brookhaven. Then Thomas Timothy Paul Brookhaven, Walter Joe Brookhaven, great grandfather Eric Lamesh Potts, great grandfather Christian the second, grandson Leo Martino Brookhaven. Occupation, worked at the Warsaw, serving as the army. Died in 1812. Cause of death, the British War. Wow. Moving on to H. Brookhaven Senior. Okay, this is H. Brookhaven Senior. H. Brookhaven Senior. Ignore this advertisement. So yeah, H. Brookhaven Senior. H. Brookhaven Senior, or Harold Brookhaven Senior, September 8th, 1789 till 1770, was a lawyer and a businessman who was one of the founders of Brookhope, New Bloxia. The father of Leo Martino Brookhaven, Michael Brookhaven, and Roland Brookhaven. He was the son of a wealthy Brookhaven mother who died when he was only a child. Very sad. He had a brother called Thomas Timothy and Brookhaven, who he didn't have much contact with. He has another brother, Walter Joe Brookhaven, who he had good contact with. This was Harold Brookhaven and his wife Rosie in 1810 in front of what is now the Brookhaven Airport. I guess this is old, but yeah, I guess now life. But there's no more. Okay. That the young man was raised in Brookhaven, where he received his education and graduated from the local academy with honors at the age of 16. In 1804, in 1807, he enrolled at the prestigious New Brookhaven Law School. During his time there, he encountered the daughter of prominent and influential individual. They subsequently entered into marriage union. The couple was blessed with three children: Leo Martino Brookhaven, H. Junior, H. Brooke, and Senior, and Ronald Brookhaven, who collectively contributed to the establishment of a normal, prosperous family in New Jersey. Regrettably, his beloved wife passed away on December 28th, 1812, and was laid to rest in her husband's vault within their residence. Very sad, which he had acquired from his brother. Subsequently, on July 1st, 1830, he became the father of another son in 1898. H. Brookhaven made the decision to retire from his professional endeavor. Sadly, Harold's life came to an end in the year 1870. Oh my god, very sad. Name Harold Brookhaven, place about Brookhaven, family Thomas Brookhaven, that is Thomas Brookhaven part, Sir Leo Martino, Ronald Brookhaven, Michael Brookhaven, wife Rosie Jones, brothers Thomas Timothy Brookhaven, Walter Joe Brookhaven. Occupation was as a businessman. Died in 1870. Cause of death is very unknown. So yeah, ignore. Cause of death is very unknown. We don't know much about this. Now continue to Leo Martino Brookhaven. So yeah, ignore that background. Anyways, Leo Martino Brookhaven. Leo Martino Brookhaven, 1848 till December 8, 19th century, was a philosopher who moved to Bloxico. He is the guardian of Mr. Brookhaven, Green Brookhaven, Henry Robert Brookhaven, and Brookhaven since 1817 until his death. I guess guardian. Maybe he adopted them. Who knows? But he may have birthed them. I guess let's dive on. So yeah, birth. Leo Martino Brookhaven was born in 1848 in Bloxico. Teenage life from 1861 to 1876. He is the son of H. Brookhaven Sr., a lawyer and a member of the Brookhaven police station from 1866 to 1869. He also had Mr. Brookhaven with Matrine Matiran in 1864. He had another child, Henry Robert Brookhaven, in 1865. Leo Martino was educated in New Bloxia and was a teacher in his youth, but he was not successful in either of these positions. He started to major in philosophy, taking philosophy classes. His philosophical knowledge would not only be applicable much later in his life. In 1870, he had Henry Robert Brookhaven. So yeah, adult life from 1876 to 1698. So he moved to Bloxburg in 1876, where he taught school and became a successful businessman. His business was in the wholesale trade of lumber. He had a large store on the main street. Martini was also involved in banking, real estate, the manufacture of paper, and the sale of hardware. He was successful until 1880. He and his family was poor until 1886, and their son, Mr. Brookhaven, helped his family over 10,000 Robloxians and found a gold shiny crystal that was worth, oh my god, 900 Robux. 900,000 Robux. He used the Robux to spend on diamonds, causing him to um, uh, inherit an enormous fortune. At last, he was finally able to move to Brookhaven in 1890 to farm on the outskirts of Brookville, which was then purchased in 1898 using Robux. The realtor did not accept diamonds as legitimate currency. Prior to this, he established the agency, or the NAI, in 1898 because he was jealous of his son, Mr. Brookhaven. Eventually, the family was clear to make room for two-story log house on a small lot, but the barn was somehow or some other things or buildings were kept. Like me, he was jealous of his son because that means he is. Oh my god, he's the founder of the agency. Oh my god. I guess the small log house is where it is near the lake. I guess that's his where he left. This is Mr. Brookhaven that we know. Oh my god. Ignore this again. Mr. Brookhaven, Marcus Philip Brookhaven. Sorry, I forgot to read it. Sorry. Okay, you can pause the video. Name Leo. Ignore this again. Leo Martino Brookhaven, which is him and his son in January 1870. Leo Martino Brookhaven, born in 1848, plays about Brookhaven father. It's Brookhaven senior sons, Mr. Brookhaven, Henry Robert Brookhaven, Blue Brookhaven, Green Brookhaven, brothers Ronald Brookhaven, Michael Brookhaven. Died in philosopher. Occupation was a philosopher from 1868 to 19th century. He died on December 8th, 19th century. Cause of his death, he was assassinated by his own son, Mr. Brookhaven. Wow, good. Okay, you know what that. Okay, sorry for that. Anyways, Mr. Brookhaven, Marcus Philip Brookhaven, February 26th, which 1864 till October 1937. Wow. Oh well. I guess this date may be special. Okay, sorry. I forgot. So yeah, was a Robloxian businessman, builder, and politician who served as the founder and the first mayor of Brookhaven. So Brookhaven is a city, not where everybody has founded, but yeah, the first mayor of Brookhaven from 1888 till to 1908. Marcus was first born in the town of Ville Chateau to his two parents, Leo Martino. So yeah, what is this thing? Yes. Here, Marcus was first born down in the town of Ville Chateau. Two parents, Leo Martino Brookhaven and Cheyenne Espinosa, around 1864. He had two brothers who also lived close to his uncles, Ronald Brookhaven, Michael Brookhaven, and his cousins. because his father was allegedly trying to take off his wealth. So his three brothers are Blue Brookhaven, Henry Robert Brookhaven, and Green Brookhaven. He is also believed to have a wrong-lost brother called Green Brookhaven, but is not fully proof. I'm very curious about the brother. This is how he looks like. He was a businessman, and he is believed to be have long lost brother. There's some evidence. This is the cropped picture. This is Green Montana Brookhaven. So his occupation was businessman, Prime Minister Bloxhanda. So yeah. He died on August 19th, 1966. The cause of death was unknown and is born on July 28th, 1870. I do not need to explain the family tree for now. But yeah. He believes his parents are Mr. Brookhavens. He thinks he's related to Brookhavens. May be true, but experts are still undecided whether he's part of Brookhaven family, which Mr. Brookhaven family is for. But his parents are not his biological parents, and he believes he's Mr. Brookhaven's parents. So yeah, it is very questionable. But yeah, ignores again. So yeah, now he also believed to have a long-lost brother called Green Booker. It is not fully proved, but sometime in 1871, most likely the year, he was taken into custody by the local sheriff at the age of 7, becoming the youngest person to be arrested at age. Oh my God! Wow! In his teenage years, Marquardt started working as a builder of a town in New Attenborough that is intended to build new houses. As he grew more interested in building homes, he eventually started working on a new town that would eventually become the modern day Brookhaven, starting in 1871 and naming it Glarinnerfon, yeah, whatever. But yeah, Marcus held the office of first mayor of this town in 1888. As popularity skyrocketed, his capacity as a mayor, Marcus helped Brookhaven bought new structure and advanced the town's development, making some significant alterations to Brookhaven. When Marcus Philip Brookhaven and his team discovered the crystal that powered Brookhaven in 1899, it was named the Ceres Tyropomenate, and ever since Ceres has been known to that location where Brookhaven was first known. When Brookhaven was finally discovered by the agency in 1908, after several years, it managed to break away the organization. Marcus then resigned as the first mayor, and Finlay Taylor took over as the second mayor. Brookhaven and his family relocated to Los Angeles, which in real life is called Los Angeles, but in the universe of Roblox, it is called Los Angeles. In 1917, in search of a fresh start, he spent his last years there acting as a co-mayor of the community from 1934 till his passing 3 years later. Brookhaven was heavily involved in the USSR from 1920 until his resignation from the organization in 1932. When Marcus was driving his car on City October 5th, 1937, John Lew Adams threw a bomb which caused an explosion that killed Marcus and seriously injured 9 more. The three children of Marcus, Eden Lee Wolfpack, Steve Brookhaven and his wife Henrietta Brookhaven was devastated. Okay, his death was the subject of various theories, but most prominent which claim that he died on an aircraft crash in 1999 was subsequently known to be untrue. So in 1923, Brookhaven listed as one of the most honored Robloxians in the Walk of Fame. This is the most information of Brookhaven, Mr. Brookhaven or Marcus Brookhaven. So yeah.